Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to the second edition of Playoff Profiles. I am again Bigblackrainbows, the ADC for Genesis Academy. Alongside with me tonight is going to be Socarch, the support for Exodia Forbidden, and Transcend, or better known as Accelerator, the ADC for Exodia Forbidden. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing great. My Hokies just lost, but it happens a lot, so I'm used to it.
I'm doing pretty good. I don't care about football like this guy, so.
Well, first off, I want to say congratulations on you guys making playoffs. With that being said, you guys are currently the fifth seed. Well, first things first, how did you guys feel about the season as a whole? You guys happy with it, or do you think some things could have been different? What do you think?
It's rough. We only played 2 games with the same team comp the entire split, so it was pretty rough. I think we should definitely be like second right now, but it is what it is. Also, I think we're fourth, not fifth, right?
Are you guys fourth?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're fourth. Genesis is fifth.
Oh wait, yeah, I looked at it wrong. You're correct. Yes, fourth seed. My apologies.
Yeah, that's
Also,
kind of a hard question.
He's kind of troll, so.
I like them. You're done early.
Yeah, but you just get cheese and you lose. So.
Yeah, I live and die by the cheese. I like invades and shenanigans at level 1. It's hard for me to actually answer that question properly though, just because, as Transcend said, we didn't have a consistent roster. I wasn't even part of the roster until like halfway through the season.
2 weeks ago or something like that.
Well, I subbed a couple times before then, but I was only starter for like the past 3 weeks.
Okay. Well, with that information, obviously I'm mainly IBSG. I don't follow GP that closely, but you guys mentioned before this started that a couple of you were in the MG server. So I assume some of you, or maybe all of you, are at least online friends or have some other connections outside of Duo.
Go on.
You go, Socarch.
Okay. Yeah. No, I've dabbled in a couple different orgs and leagues and whatnot. I am currently a team manager for MG, where I manage a couple teams, and I kind of run a team for Malicious Gaming as well. I'm also a sub for a team in Evermore Esports.
Okay.
So I get around. I know a lot of people. I haven't really actually been playing competitively for all that long. I think I'm just past my first year anniversary actually, but yeah, no, I'm in a couple different servers, and yeah, technically Exo is the third org I've played through, but yeah, no, I have a bunch of friends that I play League with, and that's why I still play League. So the friendship and the camaraderie.
I'm in a bunch of orgs. I'm not really like active in anything. Exodia was kind of it was me, Nunu, and Diversity or KTN.
Okay.
We pretty much just like founded it. I got kicked from MG for something we don't need to talk about. It was a little bit out there. I wasn't playing on MG anyway, but we decided to like make an org because we wanted to like see what we could do.
Didn't Nunu found it too?
Yeah, it was Nunu is the owner technically because he put the money in to join Duo. But yeah, so I don't really know. Like I know people, I don't talk to people because I don't know. I just don't get along with a lot of people.
All right.
That's what it is.
Well, it seems like both of you have made the rounds a couple times and maybe done some questionable things. But outside of that, right? Maybe for both of you, I don't know. Is this your first season in Duo, or is this like you've been kind of just hovering around and watching from the background, so to speak?
This is my first season in Duo.
Okay.
Well, I didn't even know it existed until Transcend asked me to sub and then later start.
Yeah, I heard about Duo, but I never paid attention to it.
Okay. Well, this question's gonna seem a little weird. Just bear with me though. For the interview, I know I tried to reach out to Nunu and kind of got ghosted by him, so to speak. But Is there a specific reason why either you wanted to do it, or were you kind of just told, hey, kind of do it type of thing, or is there something specific you wanted to get off your chest, so to speak?
I can tell you why you got ghosted. We were planning on forfeiting duo, so
Oh.
because so Nunu was our jungler. He hit diamond, so we can't use him anymore. So we didn't have a full roster
Ah.
like the week leading up to our first game. So
That's kind
but
of
we managed
bittersweet.
to make our sub top laner our jungler. So
Ah.
it's rough.
Okay. Okay. Well,
That is why you got ghosted.
I would say congrats, but that's also very shitty timing, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like
Nunu's a
12 months,
dumbass and decided right before Blast was a good time to make a diamond push.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, this is what our entire season has been like in terms of roster. So.
Yeah, did our original jungle get to was it Mook our original jungle and he got to diamond and then he had to
Yeah,
leave?
so Mook hit diamond, and then we got Bandito, who was accused of smurfing, even though it was a cast in one trick account. Let's be real here, that guy wasn't diamond. And then we had Sultan, who just kind of ditched on us to join a different team. And
He
then
does that a lot.
Yeah, he ditched same time Yana he ditched.
Seems like
Anyway.
Nunu.
Yeah.
And then Nunu hit diamond, and now we have nobody. Feels bad.
Yeah, I mean, you have Hasm and you also have Second Wind in a pinch.
Yeah, if we can. I
Mhm.
didn't want to like force him to play that.
Oh yeah. No, we're busy doing we're building another team in MG right now, so we've been busy doing that stuff too.
Oh,
Aren't you
okay.
building a team in Exodia?
Do you want me to build a team in Exodia? We probably should discuss this now, but
Nah, let's just stay out of MG, man. What the heck?
I've basically transitioned into just a general manager for like 3 teams right now, so it's whatever. But to answer the original question though, basically I was messaged because neither you or Nunu were getting back to them, and like I'm friendly, dude. I'm down to do anything. So it's like, interview, yeah, sure, why not? I was only there for half the season, but you know, I could talk about the half I was there.
Yeah. All right. That's fair. So, with that being said, with you only being here half the season, and you previously mentioned that you hit your roughly 1-year anniversary of competitive league specifically. Is there any other competitive games or competitive scenes that either you have been part of, or any competitive experience in general that you have?
I wasn't on like a formal team that played in tournaments. We just played ranked together. But back in my day, my sophomore year in college, this was, oh lordy, I want to say like 4 years ago at this point. I was basically the captain of a CS:GO clan.
Oh.
Where I was the highest ranked person on the team actually. I got up to designated distinguished master guardian DMG right below legendary eagle. Other than that, I haven't played like a whole lot of organized esports stuff. I used to be a little bit involved in like the Civ 5 challenge community for like but that's not like that wasn't like a player versus player thing. That was just basically try to beat this map with this AI sort of thing. It's a strategy game, so that type of thing. But yeah, no. I was basically recruited out of solo queue randomly one day, saying, "Hey, you're decent support. You want to play like on a competitive League of Legends team," which I didn't even know was really a thing outside of pro scene until, again, I was picked out of nowhere. And then I just been sort of chilling and doing competitive league since.
Nice, nice. What about you, Accelerator? Do you have any past or previous experience, I should say?
I'm actually also just like past my 1-year mark in terms
Oh.
of competitive league. I mean, I never really played anything super competitively. I know me and my friends used to play. We would like 5-stack on Paladins, Champions of the Realm, better than Overwatch, but it's like an Overwatch ripoff. It's better than Overwatch though. But we'd 5-stack on that and go pretty hard. But yeah, I didn't really. I don't know. I knew about like pro and stuff, but I went to like a college tournament that was hosted like, at a nearby city. And I was like in my senior year of high school, and I'm like, damn, I really want to do this. was fun. So I just kind of started looking for teams,
Okay.
and then
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
pretty much.
Well, now that we got some background information on both of you, let's dive into some playoff questions, shall we? And I know for you, Socarch.
Socarch or
Socarch.
Socarch.
Yeah, thank you.
Dumbass, anything works. I'm not picky.
Some of these questions are going to be hard for you to answer since you've only been here for a couple weeks, or on your team for a couple weeks, I should say. But let's go all the way back for you when you joined the team, and for Accelerato when you joined the team / week 1, depending on when you were on the team. What were your individual expectations of yourselves, of the team as a whole, and do you feel like those expectations have been met so far?
No, not at all. Not gonna lie, when I joined Duo, I was kind of just expecting to clean sweep this league.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't that good in my opinion. I still think the only good team is Have Faith, and they're kind of just best of 1 cheesers. But I don't know. I didn't have very high expectations for myself. I've never been like a super hard carry player, because I was playing mid last season, and I was like a big fan of like Doinby and the whole like tank mid roam meta.
Okay.
So I got really into that, and I kind of just gave up on playing for myself. So I swapped back to ADC, and it's kind of the same thing, but like I do need to I realize I have to like actually play for myself a little bit more now that Dash isn't a meta and Force isn't a meta anymore.
Yeah.
We had a good thing going there, where we just play super passive bot lane and then just...
True, I played Varus every game until they nerfed that champion out of the meta. I had 1 loss on it, and no teams banned it again.
Yeah, back in the good old days where ADCs didn't matter. Oh man. What about you, Socarch? How do you feel about your personal expectations and the team's expectations when you did join them?
Well, this is technically the second team I was playing for, so basically I sort of went in with the expectations where I wouldn't really have to do much other than just show up and fill a roster spot.
Yeah, that's always fun.
I don't know. I was taking it very casually. Like, it's not like I didn't try my hardest. The last week was kind of a cluster, just because we had the roster issues of Nunu, and then I basically took like a week off league just because I was sick of it, so I was a little bit out of practice. But for the most part, the first couple of games I played, we won and did pretty well. So I thought it was like, hey, this is a nice casual environment. We go in, we play cleanly, we get out. We've hit a little bit of a rough patch as of late, but I don't think it's like anything detrimental, like anything like terminal, so to speak. I think we just need to figure out the jungle situation and get under our feet there, and then I think we'll be good to go.
Nice. Okay. I will say, based off my personal viewings, I should say, probably not the right word, but we're going to go with it. I noticed, like, in week 1 and 2, the team was, like, 1-2 or 0-2, whatever the case may have been. And I personally, like I said, I don't really pay that much attention to GP. I do watch individual players and teams and whatnot. But you guys as a team have definitely surprised me, because last week, I don't know if you guys caught it, but on Live Dive, when everyone was like, Exodia this and Exodia that, Shuno, shout out to Shuno, he mentioned that your team is the only team to 2-0 Pawn Sacrifice Black since their history in Duo, which is like, I think 5-6 seasons at this point now. And that's a pretty big accomplishment. Like, in the past, we've had some very, very good teams where they just haven't been able to eclipse that part. What do you guys have to say about that? Do you think that was like a one-off and like a best of one kind of unfortunate day?
Hell no.
Okay.
We played Pawn Sacrifice. I think in both games, they got in, like, each game they probably got like 5 kills. Like, we just win against them early because we're better individual players, and then they just never have a chance to play the game. Our first game against them, it was like 25-5. They just didn't have a chance.
Okay.
And I don't think that I don't think playing in a best of 3 is going to change that. But we won't play him anyway.
Yeah, not until finals if you guys do manage to make it there.
When we make it.
Okay. All right. I like the confidence. I like the confidence.
I wasn't even there for when we beat Pawn Sacrifice, and you know what?
You were there for the second one, I think.
Was I?
Maybe.
See, I don't even.
The first one you weren't. The first one we had new support.
I don't remember who we play.
You just show up and play the game, then go back to your little life every day, huh?
Yeah,
I have a lot of crap going on right now.
That's understandable. So, with your guys' first match being against Genesis, let's not focus on that too much for right now. Let's take the broader overview of playoffs. Obviously, there's some pretty big teams. We got Team Ambition, we got Have Faith, we got Pawn Sacrifice, and yourselves, right? But out of your 3 possible opponents, or if you want to include Genesis on this, you're welcome to do so as well. Which team do you most fear going into the playoffs?
Have Faith.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they have some of the better players in the league out of like the rest of the teams in the playoffs. But I do think that they're a little bit best of 1 cheesy, so I don't know how it'll work out in like a best of 3 situation. Because they swap their mid laner and their top laner a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you can play around that, it's kind of whatever. But I don't know, like, what they'll be doing in a best of 3.
Okay. What about you, Socarch?
The only team I fear is ourselves, because I feel like most of our losses are us getting in the way of ourselves and not the other team.
Okay, that's a very different viewpoint than I think I've ever heard in my 3 seasons of doing these interviews. Most of the time, it's always one team or one individual player, right? But that's a very humble, but also at the same time cocky response, and I love it. Without giving like strats away or anything else like that, is there a particular thing you're more worried about within yourselves? Like, is there like an overcommitment, or trying to push the lead too much, or what do you think is the biggest issue you guys have?
The biggest issue was confidence.
Overconfidence.
Overconfidence. Okay, I was about to say we never go into game thinking we're going to lose. We always go to the game going like, all right, let's clean this up.
You were there for the Oblivion game, right?
Yes, I was. that was not great.
We're just gonna erase that one real quick.
This will be easy immediately.
Or the
Face
game
plant.
versus all-one lane, or the game versus Faceless. Basically, any game versus a bottom tier team.
Yikes.
Just go in and lose. It's easy.
That's what I'll say is like I think the only team we fear is ourselves, because I think we are our own worst enemies. If we execute well, I think we could beat any team.
Okay.
But yeah, and I would say that's sort of the one thing we need to work on is sort of all play on the same page and all that. But as long as we execute, we have the tools to win it all.
All right. That's like I said, it's very humble, and yet at the same time very cocky, and I absolutely love it, man. All right, so now let's focus on your game this Sunday, I think. Sunday at
Sunday at 7:30.
Sunday.
Yeah. So like I mentioned, you guys played Genesis as the 5th seed, or Genesis is the 5th seed rather. You guys being the 4th, yeah.
Not that makes a difference, but yeah.
Yeah, you might get a game of side selection, woo, right? How do you feel about that specific matchup, given it is a best of 3 and it's not like those best of 1s where if you show up or if you don't show up on a good day, you could possibly lose? How do you feel about that?
I don't think Genesis showed up on any day, so except for maybe the last day. I hear their 80 carry popped off pretty hard, or I think I saw it. I think he went like 14 kills or something like that. I don't know, but I really don't think that it's gonna be very hard.
Okay.
I'll be real with you. I don't know enough about any of the opponents to comment on them.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, let's for a second assume you guys move on to the next stage and face Have Faith. Out of Have Faith in your guys' team, out of your guys' series with Have Faith and out of Pawn Sacrifice versus Team Ambition, which series do you think is going to be more competitive?
Probably ours versus Have Faith.
Really?
I think Team Ambition is going to beat Pawn Sacrifice pretty easily.
Wow. Okay.
He really likes Ambition, and he's not impressed by Black.
Yeah, I'm not impressed at all by Pawn Sacrifice. I think Ambition is like decent. They're a little bit overconfident, also.
I mean,
Maybe a little bit more vocally
we're overconfident. What are you talking
but
about?
they're like vocally overconfident.
True.
From what I can tell.
Very true. What's your take on the possible series that's going to be happening next week?
Me?
Yeah.
That again, I'm sorry to say I don't know enough about the other teams to really comment on it. Because again, I've only came in halfway through the season.
Yeah, I don't think
So-
you played Pawn Sacrifice.
I didn't play against Pawn Sacrifice, so I don't know what they're like. I don't think I played against Team Ambition either.
No,
Maybe.
you did. It was the day that I didn't show up and Darian didn't show up.
Oh
So you
god!
got
Oh, well, the day where I
sub
became.
jungle, sub comp, and sub AD carry.
Oh, was that
Oof.
the day where I was basically sub captain for the team because
Yeah.
you weren't there, and then I literally just got a bunch of
Yeah, I might have.
people from the
asleep for
FG
that game,
server
not
and
gonna lie.
said, "Hey, I need bodies."
I might have fell
well-
asleep during that one and missed it.
Yeah, that game was played with more subs than starters, so I can't really judge Ambition off that either.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, I have only really played against mainly in the non-playoff teams, so I can't really speak for any of the playoff matchups, sadly.
Okay. All right. Well, this next question is gonna be a little weird for you. I'll throw it to you first, Socarch. So, who is your team's player to watch for this matchup on Sunday between you and Genesis?
Player to watch. I think I would go ahead and go with our top laner.
Okay.
Gatekeeper. We call him Darren. Just because a lot of times it seems like the way he plays is sort of the way how everything plays, and not to give away anything, but I mean, everyone on our team is a huge part of the team. I don't think you could really single out one person over another, but I think the top matchups can be pretty interesting based on what the OPs I've seen and all that. So I think that's gonna be interesting to look at.
Okay. So now, Accelerato, for you, the same question. Who's same but a little bit different? Who's again your team's player to watch, and who do you think is the Genesis player to watch for your match this weekend?
So for our team, for player to watch, I'm just gonna say our sub jungler MG tomorrow, aka Hasm. He's gonna do really well. I hope he watches this at some point. He's gonna pop off.
Okay.
Definitely not trolling him by saying this.
He's totally a jungle main, guys.
He's gonna snap.
He's totally not a converted top main.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't just giga tilt the second one play goes wrong.
Oof. Okay.
And then for Genesis, I mean, I think Bark is their best player.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
I think he's the best player, but I don't really think that he's going to be able to do much against outbounds. Powell's just way too solid in the mid lane,
Okay.
but
All right. So, final question about this of the specific series before I go into more like bullet time questions, so to speak. How do you think the matchup's going to go? Is it going to be 2-0, 2-1? Do you think it'll be close? What do you guys think about it?
Swift 2-0.
Oh, what?
Swift 2-0.
Oh, Swift. Oh, okay. So, what do you think? It'll be done in like an hour then, or what are you thinking?
Both games
30
sub-
minutes.
Both games
30
25 or
minutes.
less.
15 minutes both games.
No, I'll say both games 25 or less.
Okay, that's pretty fair.
I will say it'll be 2-1 just because I think we'll win a quick game we'll get way too cocky, fuck up the second game,
That's
And-
very potentially true.
and then come back for the third game.
Goddamn, the overconfidence kills you guys. Damn. All right.
When the second game, just draft all like 5 assassins or something.
Yo.
Oh god, don't put you should see my pike. It is the most coin flippy thing
Ali
ever.
top, Talon jungle.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's the assassin
Aiden
ADC?
carry.
Maybe
I'll
like.
play LeBlanc Aiden carry
No. You gotta play Akshan ADC.
through auction.
Ah, true. True.
And then I don't know
Like-
about support.
It'd be Pike. He's the one. He's the
Yeah,
one. The assassin support. There is no other assassin
So
support.
I'd be watching out for that team comp in game 2 versus Genesis.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. All assassin team comp game 2, no matter if they win or lose. All right. So last question I got. Which team wins finals? For GP.
Us.
Us.
Obviously us.
God damn, I fucking knew you guys were gonna say that. Same thing happened last time. Fuck.
Who else would it?
I
Who
don't-
else would
yeah,
we
I
say?
don't think we wouldn't say themselves.
Oh
except
no,
we
we're
would-
gonna lose.
I
Oh
mean,
no.
Genesis might be realistic about it and say that somebody else is gonna win. But based on the fact, I think I saw in 7-Eleven's predictions, he put them beating us 2-0. I don't think that they're very good about it. Maybe a little bit delusional.
7-Eleven delusional? I mean, he's definitely gay, so I could see gay and delusional going in the same hand.
Ooh.
I love you, 7-Eleven. Don't flame me, please. I love you. So with that being said, that's all the questions I have. Is there anything else you guys would like to say, or any flame you like to give, or just any general shout outs about, any particular GP ADC members that you'd like to drop their names on real quick?
The only people who play gameplay are people who don't actually enjoy playing the first 20 minutes of the game.
Gameplay's so much fun.
Yeah,
I love that champion.
it's not a real champion. It's a mini game.
Man, you play Morgana. What do you
Yeah?
think?
Shut
You're
up.
not a real champion?
Shut up! I have a skill shot.
I mean, technically, GP is also a skill shot, but alright. But yeah, like I said, that's all I have. With that being said, I want to thank you guys for both taking the time out to do this. And this has been Socarch, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Socarch, support for Exodia, and then Accelerator, the ADC for Exodia. And we'll see you guys next time on Playoff Profiles. Peace.
Hasta luego.